Hey everyone, this is John with Kimberly Nurseries. Hopefully spring is just around the corner, and with that it's going to be about time to get your sprinkler system up and running again. So today we're going to talk about things that should be done to your sprinkler system to make sure that it functions properly throughout the growing season. Most likely, if you have an automatic sprinkler system, you had that system winterized last fall. But as we get into the warmer temperatures of spring, it's going to be time to get that system recharged and running again. Even a system that was winterized properly last fall has the potential to have some issues when it started again in the spring, so it's extremely important to check all aspects of the system when restarting your sprinklers. It's important to check the irrigation controller to make sure that it has power and a fresh battery so that it maintains the programming for the season. It's also important to check each of the sprinkler valves to make sure that they turn on and off with the controller and that they turn on and off quickly. It's important to check your main line to ensure that there are no leaks or seepage coming out of any parts of the main line. And then also you want to check your sprinkler heads to ensure that there are no broken heads or that the sprinkler heads are spraying where they're supposed to be spraying. Sometimes through the winter those can be tweaked such where they could be spraying into a bed area or onto the concrete. So you want to make sure that those are adjusted properly so that they're not spraying where they're not supposed to be spraying. So as you're doing your thorough check, it's important to check all aspects because failure to catch even a small problem can lead to big problems down the road or even some significant costs. For those drawing water from a pressure irrigation source, it's important to check your filter on a regular basis. These filters are designed to remove the large particulates from the irrigation water, and depending on how dirty that water is, the filter can become clogged quite easily. A plugged filter can greatly reduce the amount of water that you have available or the pressure that's available to the system. But as a general rule, it's a good idea to check your filter on a regular basis to keep it clean and keep it functioning as it should. Typically, at least twice a month is a good idea, if not every week, to make sure you have the maximum pressure and water available. If your sprinkler system is connected to a domestic water supply, such as municipal water or city water, or even a well, it's likely you have a backflow prevention device. This backflow prevention device helps keep your domestic water from being contaminated by water that's in the landscape. And it's important to have that backflow device checked and certified on a regular basis. As that backflow device ages, it can be less effective. Most municipalities require that these devices be tested on a regular basis. In fact, in our area, it's required that these devices be tested each year to make sure that they're functioning adequately. Testing and certifying a backflow device requires special equipment, training, and a special license to be able to certify that that device is functioning as it should. It's generally a good idea to have your system checked at least monthly to ensure that your sprinklers are functioning as they should. A monthly check of your system will allow those problems to be resolved early so that your lawn and your plants don't struggle for lack of water. An automatic sprinkler system isn't something that you can just set and then forget about. The amount of water that you need to apply in the spring when temperatures are really cool is far less than what you typically need to apply when temperatures are really hot around midsummer. Ideally, you're only applying enough water to replace any water that is lost through evaporation or transpiration. When you're doing your monthly checks of your sprinkler system, it's generally a good idea to adjust the amount of time that each zone is watering based on the conditions. For example, as we warm up in the summer, you're going to want to increase the amount of time that your sprinklers are watering. But as the temperatures decrease again in the fall, you're going to want to turn that time back down. It can be a complicated process to figure out exactly how much water should be applied at any given time of year. But there are several types of smart controllers out there that do those calculations for you based on current and historical weather data. A smart irrigation controller can take much of the guesswork out of how long to water and potentially save you a lot of money by reducing the potential for overwatering. As fall rolls around, it's going to be time to get your sprinklers winterized again. As water freezes, it expands, and if that water is located in pipes or in sprinkler heads, it can cause those pipes or sprinkler heads to freeze and burst, which would then cause a lot of repairs to happen in the spring. So having your system winterized is extremely important. The winterization process includes hooking up a large air compressor to the sprinkler system and using that air to blow out as much water out of the system as possible. A system that is winterized properly generally has far fewer issues when it's turned on again in the spring. An automatic sprinkler system can save you a significant amount of time and keep your landscaping looking green and healthy. It can be a significant investment, but with proper care and with proper maintenance, it can be something that lasts you for decades. At Kimberly Nurseries, we have certified team members that can help you with a new system, or if you're needing help with your existing system to be able to get it up and running like it should. If we can help you out with a new sprinkler system, or if you're needing some help with any of those things that we talked about today, please give us a call and we can have a certified sprinkler technician come out and be able to get your system functioning as it should.